The mind doesn't know the difference between what you stand for and what you stand against. Most of us are powered by rules and not by values. I was such a person. For years, I was powered by rules and not values. I followed the rules. I got to be extremely successful at that until I fell. I fell hard. And I realized that my name didn't stand for much. My name wasn't recognizable. People didn't stand behind me because I didn't stand for anything. I was simply powered by rules. And here's the tricky part, is most of us stand against something. And the mind doesn't differentiate between what you stand against and what you stand for. It just recognizes the words. So if you stand against bullies, it registers bullies every time you stand against one. Every time you have an emotional reaction against a bully, it registers bully. And pretty soon, that's what you'll become. And that's why Mother Teresa doesn't stand against anything. She stands for something. Recently, I asked a friend of mine why he supported or why he believed that Mr. Trump was a good leader. And he went on a rampage. How dare I ask such a question? I must have an intent behind it. I must have something that I'm looking for. Very manipulative question, he told me as he attacked my integrity, my values. I simply wanted to know. But it became obvious that he stood against tyranny, against tyrant. And because he stood against tyranny, he affiliated himself with Mr. Trump, who also seems to be standing against tyranny, against China, for example. In a way, he became a tyrant. He became a bully to me. So when you choose what you stand for, it is important that you spend your life being in discovery of that. So I stand for compassion and forgiveness as an access to love. So I had compassion for my friend, even though he called me names, even though he attacked me. I felt compassion that he stood for tyranny or against tyranny, while he should be standing for peace. But I understood, because I too, for the longest time, stood against tyranny, and I became a tyrant. I became what I stood against. As you move forward with your description of your values, it's important that you take time to reflect on what you stand for. Is it love? Is it compassion? Is it forgiveness? Is it justice? Standing for justice means that you're in discovery of people that are just. It doesn't mean that you are discovering people that are unjust, because then you'll stand against injustice and you'll become unjust. What do you stand for? What are your values? And then be in discovery of those values in the people you seek.